Interest rates are really good right now. Can I lock my rate while I'm looking for a house?
Yes.
No. That's what we're talking about today.
Welcome to the Utah Real Estate Show podcast, the show where two agents and a lender teach real estate best practices by talking through mistakes we've seen and made.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Utah Real Estate Show. I'm Tyler Cazier, Utah Real Estate Agent.
Jason Christiansen, Mortgage Lender.
Aric Wiszt, Utah Real Estate Agent.
And in this episode, we are talking about rate locks. What is a rate lock and how does it work?
A rate lock is picking an interest rate that you want to finance a property.
But you can't just do it randomly. You have to have it on a borrower.
Yes.
With the type of loan that you're doing.
Yes.
And the property.
Right. So if you start out with the intention of getting a conventional loan and you need to go FHA, you got a new lock.
Yeah, a rate lock doesn't.
So why can't I lock a rate in for 6 months?
You can, but there's a cost. As strange as it sounds, there's a finite amount of money. There's so many millions floating around that my company has access to. It's in the millions, right? And we can only reserve so much at a time. The longer we reserve that money, the more expensive it costs, which is kind of the next thing, like how long can I lock my rate in? But the problem is, the longer that money sits out there, the more expensive it is because the longer term there is without repayment. They're only going to offer so much because that's all they can, and then they want repayment on it because you have money at that bank.
Which means they can't use it somewhere else. That's why they charge you for it.
Yeah.
Because they could be making interest on it somewhere else.
Right. So the longer the lock, the more expensive it gets. And at a certain point, they'll charge you just to lock the loan. If you're talking months, you'll pay hundreds of dollars just to get it, regardless of if you end up borrowing the money or not.
Right. Well, and that brings it back of make sure you find a good lender to talk to ask those questions of, hey, what is your policy on this? How long can I lock this in?
Yeah.
What are your terms? Can I relock if the rate goes lower?
Yes.
All of these different questions.
Yes.
You need to ask those questions, but you should have a lender that's already talking to you about this as well.
Yeah. One of the worst things that can happen is your lock expires. You're paying 2 bips a day, which is a percent of a percent. 2% of a percent at 2 bips. So on a $500,000 loan, that's $100 a day to extend that lock.
Ouch.
And that could, I've
slow.
had new builds delayed 3 months.
Right. A lot of money. So make sure the lock is long enough, but not too long, and gets you what you want. What did we learn?
I learned that an interest rate can't be delayed forever. You have to have a time period associated with that lock.
And you have to have a good lender that's going to educate you on that and tell you why you need to do that. And so that way you can pick the right decision.
And there's a finite amount of funds. So there's a reason that you have a lock and a reason to know when to lock.
Thanks for watching my rant on rate locks. Comment below if you have any questions. I'd love to hear them.
If you want to get in touch with us, shoot us a text at 801-228-7687. Make sure you mention the show. You can email us at theutahrealestateshow@gmail.com. You can watch this show on YouTube, and you can listen on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you learned something, or if you really love this show, give us a like on YouTube and drop a rating on Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen. The Utah Real Estate Show is a production of Hive Collective at Presidio Real Estate, with support from Security Home Mortgage. The NMLS number for Security Home Mortgage is 178787. The NMLS number for Jason Christiansen is 240472, Equal Housing Lender. Not only is this not legal or investment advice, but you should definitely talk to a pro before you make any real estate decision. Every situation is different and should be considered in context. Copyright Jason Christiansen, Aric Wiszt, and Tyler Cazier. All rights reserved. Talk to you next week.
So, interest rate.
Hello and welcome to another issue. No, we have lots of issues. This is not an issue. And tonight, we're talking about a question. I said tonight. Tonight. Hello and welcome to another episode. Crap. Hello and welcome to another episode.
It's like Loctite. Stick it on there. A rate lock.
Do I need to restart?
No, keep going. Okay, we'll keep going.
No, do it again.
No, you can
Ask.
cut that.
Okay, we're back.
So make sure you're asking the questions that you have because
I don't know. How much does it cost? What the crap did you learn?
It's rubbing off.
I know.
Yeah,
Watch out.
know when to lock away.
Are we moving?
Know when to run.
Thanks for watching. I watched the screen rants for Deadpool. I think it brings up a lot of good points.
Is this your out right now? You should put them right here in the comments below.